Good morning, my fellow SAP students. What I would like to do today is I would like to show you how to enter an invoice in US dollars when the domestic currency is in UK pounds, and to also enter the payment in US dollars when the domestic currency is in pounds. Basically, the first thing you would do is you would go into your SAP Easy Access screen and you type in the transaction code FB70. We're working on account Renee, so that's the company code that I will call up. The customer is the customer that I've selected that I don't have a lot of problems with. So we will select this customer, Doug. The amount is going to be 1,000 US dollars. So we have to set the currency up. For US dollars. And then what we will do is the general ledger account is going to be the sales account because he is a customer. And the amount is going to be in US dollars even though the local currency is in pounds. So what we'll do is we will press simulate and you will see here that the currency is US dollars 1,000. We will post the document by clicking on the post. So if you want to see the status of the account, you type in FD10N, and we want to make sure that we are in the customer called Doug. Click on the little clock and they'll activate it, and you'll notice that even though it was in 1,000 US dollars, SAP has converted it to 800 pounds. And if you want to look more closely at the transaction, you can look at that and you'll see that this amount is open. So what we're going to do now is we're going to enter the payment into the system. So in the SAP Easy Access screen, you're going to type F28 to enter the incoming payment. We'll just put today's date. We're working on company code Renee. Currency is in US dollars. So you click onto the little box onto the right of the currency. It'll come to another little box and you click onto the box that says get exchange rate and you click onto the little clock. The account is going to be the bank account, and in this instance it's A1000. The amount is going to be 1,000 US dollars. The customer account is going to be Doug. So we click onto that, and then what we'll do is we will, after we make sure that hopefully we've got all of the relevant information in the incoming payment, and it has accepted it, so the payment has gone through. But what we want to do now is we want to actually check the account and make sure that the payment has gone through. So we type in FD10N into the SAP Easy Access menu. We want to make sure that we are in the customer Doug. And then we're going to click on the little clock, and you can see that the payment has gone through because the balance is 0. You can double click on that entry and you can see at the bottom here that we sent an invoice out for 1,000 US dollars and you received a payment 1,000 US dollars. So now the balance is 0. So that tells you that the money has gone through and we have completed a transaction 1. We used FB70 to send an invoice in US dollars when the local currency was in pounds. We use FD10N to check the status of the account, and then we use F-28 to enter incoming payment in US dollars when the local currency was in pounds, and then we use FD10N again to check the status of that account to make sure it has gone through. So that concludes this presentation and sending an invoice and entering a payment in US dollars when the local currency is in pounds. Goodbye.